Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Wednesday evening, or whatever it happens to be in your time zone. I'm SLdr Cody, and I'm Cody. Welcome on in, everybody. Congrats on getting first, Omega. Congrats on getting second, Aqua. And congrats on getting third, Rosie. Welcome on in to the three of you, and also a big welcome to anybody who arrived here on a lurk. We also have a few check-ins. Aqua checking in for session number 78. With an attendance rate of 98.7. Quite the percentages we're keeping up. Oh my goodness. Rosie's also checking in for the 24th session at 96% with the attendance rate. My goodness. And we got other check-ins that I'm going to respect the lurker-friendly status of the redeem. But yeah. Your sessions attended just keeps going up, doesn't get reset. Oh, well, yeah. Welcome. It's the first stream of the week, which means we're already halfway through the week. We're on Wednesday, or for a decent portion of time zones, we're already into Thursday at this point. Also, I don't remember, did I have high-power tracking on Final Fantasy days, or I don't know. We'll go with this, and if my VTuber likes too much, we'll change it back. Alright, so this week's going to be fairly routine. We're going to go over our patch notes, as is the tradition on the beginning of a week. Anything, welcome on in, good to see you. Twitch is broken, somehow lost my streak even though I was lurking. Streaming checked in. What the heck? What is up with Twitch and their streaks? Seriously. Really annoying. Yeah, see, your attendance rate is still climbing as it was previously, so what the heck is up with Twitch? The only thing that I can possibly think of is maybe you had more than two lurk tabs open and Twitch decided, oh, it doesn't want to count your presence. Anybody who is watching, just keep an eye on your channel points too. If you don't see the regular plus 12 or the periodic little claim a bonus thing appearing, then something's wrong. Twitch is not counting your presence properly. If that's the case, hit refresh. However the heck you hit refresh on mobile. Mobile sucks, honestly. Way too many bugs. There's Omega with 79 sessions, maintaining that 100%. The most difficult attendance rate to maintain. I lost all my longer streaks yesterday, too, even though I was there. Oh, what the heck is up? You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Twitch decided to break something that wasn't broken. They're always doing this. It's just like when services of Twitch go down, they don't even put it on the Twitch status page anymore. They don't admit to any problems. Like, oh no, Twitch is flawless. Oh, there's no problems. Yeah, there's no problems because you've trained your AI to just say, no, there's no problems all the time. That's why. Twitch, they don't know what they're doing. No, they really don't. And yeah, that is one of the big problems with the AI monitoring stuff. But Twitch/Amazon, they don't know. They're beginning to lose track of what people are. They're getting rid of people for AI, so it's like, yep, priorities. However, so the weather app I was talking about, I was hinting at. There's an update for the radar thing that I use, the instant weather product. Well, the update rolled out to the public branch this weekend. So now all the new colorful alerts are there for everybody to see. I still see that there's some color problems down in the US and some header reading issues, but one step at a time. First our team had to make sure the Canadian alerts work. We're Canada-based, so we got to make sure Canada works first. But I'm sure somewhere down the line they'll work on fixing. Honestly, I can see why there's problems pulling some of the statements from the US. The NWS's pages are quite a mess to sort through. They're inconsistent. Some regions have multiple alerts shoved into like one page. Others have a different page for every alert. It's, okay. No consistency. They haven't trained their AI API to monitor. No, or whatever the heck they use. I think Twitch ignores their API. They haven't updated it in a while. There's new features they're bringing out, and they're not even putting it on the public side of the API. Seriously, Twitch? Streaks are still not available on the API. Once they are, then it'll probably wind up being in the next update of Firebot and all that stuff. I think they actually did put cheers into Firebot, though, because that finally got published to the API. Only took Twitch a decade or two. But that's not high up on their priority. Their priority right now is third-party in their servers to some other more expensive firm, and... No, seriously. Oh, we're third-party in this because it costs less. Yeah, for your first year, you probably got like this year one deal, and now when you renew it, it's back to its normal price. Well, there you go. You're not saving anything. Also, to the massive scale of companies, you're going to get charged a lot the larger your company is. So this third-party chain and stuff is one of the big reasons why our economy is so messed up. Stop third-party and everything. My goodness. Also, one of my pages is yeah, there we go. Just gonna keep that refreshed. Hey, Stream Manager hasn't bugged out yet. Don't worry, it'll bug out partway through. The blank banner bug is back, and it is once again annoying everybody. Mostly mod view. But I've seen it happen on regular chat view as well, so. Hooray! So, at the end of this stream, when we do a raid out, if you see a blank banner, refresh. Otherwise, you'll get left behind, because Twitch loves to break the banner every, 3 updates. They can't just settle for something that works. They have to change it. So, it's time for me to get Final Fantasy XIV started. I'm going to have to update it, too, because there was 7.41 came out today? Did it come out today? Well, while I'm waiting for it to tell me to update, change topics. Okay, it's gonna update. This shouldn't take too long. I don't think they're patching it. Oh, it's 759 megabytes, apparently. It might actually take a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Actually, I'm going to wager 2 minutes because the patching process is a multi-step process because Final Fantasy XIV has multiple expansions. So you got to patch each expansion and then download more and then patch that expansion, then download more. Yeah. Yep, they gotta patch that. While we're waiting for that. Event that Chris is freaking out about. Of course Chris is freaking out about it because, yeah, February's just around the corner and they announced it and they're actually... Is it just me or are they actually given more time? No, it's 2 weeks. That's standard. Oh, by the way, all you have to do to have access to this seasonal event is complete the first dungeon in story. And level 15, but you have to be level 15 in order to enter the first dungeon anyways. So you're going to have this requirement already met by the time you meet this requirement. You really don't have to get that far into the game. So they've got the outfits. Now, you're like, wow, this is a lot of outfits. It's because they're offering the male and the female outfit. That's why. I'm one away from in multiple spaces, so this is when the bingo game gets reset. In addition to this, honestly, these are not my favorite outfits. They do have 2 dye channels, I think. Yes, they do. They have 2 dye channels. So might be able to salvage them and make them look alright. But honestly, not a real big fan of these ones. Krista could probably make something cute out of the skirt. Krista does love her skirts. She also likes short shorts. Krista likes short shorts. And orchestrations. Chair. Table. Krista's probably going to get a few of these, set up some new furniture. Cake. Ah, yes. Yeah, I should probably get all of those. I'll grab them for collection's sake, but chances are I'm not really going to place them anywhere. Wait, is this a tabletop? It is! I can make it float, that means. Yes! The other cake that I have, I don't think it's a tabletop, so I can't make it float. Anything that's a tabletop, I can easily make float, and it's fun to make things float. Also, it's necessary for some things, because for some reason, let's say you have a bed placed in your house. When you try to place something on the bed, it'll place it on the floor inside the bed. Because for some reason, you can't... Well, it's because the bed is technically not a tabletop, so you can't place on top of it. So, in order to force it to work that way, you need to elevate yourself and, like, position yourself, position your cursor. And it's very involved. You have to, I think you have to bring it out, put it in your storage. Then you gotta aim your cursor. Make sure you're in rotate mode. Click on the item from your storage. It'll place it there. And then you can rotate it however you want. Click out so that the rotation saves, and so that position saves. And there you have it. Do not use move. It will put it inside the bed again. I'll show you an example of where I had to do this. Okay, I'm just loading up Final Fantasy XIV right now. I'll show you this example. Oh. Right. I was supposed to have this running too. What a great time for ads. I knew I forgot to get something running. Then I do this, and then I load myself in. Proteus, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. I'm just loading us in now. I'm just loading us in. Meow. Oh, Bark, bark, bark. Sounds like our youngest dog is, you yelling at her toy? Nope. Nope. She's, barking because somebody's here. Finally back from a Philippines vacation. Oh my goodness. I hope the rest of that was fantastic. I loved international travel. One day it'll be affordable, maybe. Even with everything inflated. Sure, one day it'll be affordable. Oh, right. The screen's gonna be messed up, right? Because OBS's container system sucks. It resizes. So we already have access to the Etherlight here. Oh, there's the ads. Alright, so while the ads are happening, I'm going to show you where I had to do the float-in thing. Oh, get out of here with your auto demolition bullshit. That auto demolition thing is such a scam. If an area is underpopulated, it should be disabled. Okay. Right here. The floated foxes. These foxes are technically floated, not on the bed. I had to float them so that they were on the bed, so that they can go underneath the bed. Yes, cake. Yes, cake. Oh, also, this was because of a weird thing that happened with the counter. The items on the counter did not attach to the table. So the table was able to be removed, and, there we go. All the items that were on the table are floating. Things floating. Magic. I don't know, the sectoral leader is mostly made out of magic. Stretch those shoulders. My sister and I both sadly got food poisoned on the first of the 2 flights that took us back home. We had a chicken dish that was served. Oh! Great. Yeah, that sucks. That doesn't make for a very pleasant experience. Oh yeah, this is as winter themed as I can be, because there is a limit of 20 items outside for small estates, which is way too small. They should increase that to 30. Increase it to 30. Dang it, there was a way to jump up multiple blocks. I still couldn't make it to the top of that, though. Welcome back from the ads, by the way, everybody. I was just showing everybody the instance where floating an item is unnecessary. Technically, it's a bug, but it's a bug they left alone. And they should leave it alone. Because it's unfair that we can't place stuffed foxes on our beds. That they get shoved under the bed if you try to do so. Plus, the bug doesn't really break anything. Anywho, we need to continue with the story. Now, there's a cheaper way for me to get back to where I want to be. I happen to have an apartment in the Kugane area, so just warp over here. By the way, the apartments, if you want a place, a furnishable place and all that stuff, start with an apartment. Or if you're in a free company, you can also get a private chamber. They both have roughly the same space. Keep in mind the free company one, it can be incredibly annoying if you wind up leaving a free company. So then you have to go and collect all of your stuff, and you'll probably have inventory problems. And then you have to lug all of your stuff somewhere else. So an apartment would be more recommended. By the way, everybody, if you haven't hydrated in a while, I highly recommend getting some hydration going. Here, I'm gonna very skip our way out of the district. Rip to the janitor who saw me vomit all over the toilet bowl and the floor. Yeah, that's... I'm sure they've had to deal with quite a bit. Quite a bit of issues, you know, considering airports and all that stuff. And cleaning an aircraft, yep, that too. Oh, hold on. We need to actually have New Game Plus activated again. Right. And now we realize that's where we want to be. Well, it was just over here. Oh, yeah, I probably read some of that during the... Yep, I did read some of that during the ads. Of course I did. Of course. Okay, it was at the airport. They've probably encountered much worse. It's an airports. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait! I just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Yoyoto. He's in Namazu, a fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Look around. Look around. I think they are on the second floor. These height indicators. Wow. That was easier than I thought. What's with that look, Lise? Been to the Philippines 8 times now, and this was the most underwhelming. Yeah, getting food poisoning doesn't make for a fun trip. Especially when it's at the end of a trip, too. It really sucks when stuff like that happens towards the end. Because the end of the trip is most often the most influential on like your overall trip experience. It's just like when you're finishing a day, how it ends. That tends to be one of the biggest influences on your day. DSs didn't charge at all in the Philippines. At first we thought it was the chargers are warm, but thankfully it was just the outlets there. That makes sense. Different voltages and all that. That was something I had to plan for going to Australia as well. Australia's got higher voltages. What? Why you stare? You have business with me? By the 12, a talking fish. Yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you, Ajin. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once. But only if you address me again in the proper manner. Why, hello there, those good sir. I would request your services if you would be so kind. Did I tell you I played Mario Kart at an arcade there? Oh my god, was it the arcade version of Mario Kart? That is such an unusual version of Mario Kart. Oh my goodness. And a really annoying version by the sounds of it. Yeah, Mario Kart Arcade GP. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a very interesting version of Mario Kart. If I'm not mistaken, I think Daisy is like even louder in that version too. Daisy loud? No way. That's not the reason why I put a Daisy jump scare of Daisy being extra loud and reverbed. No, Daisy's not loud at all. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Gyoto, right? My name is Lise, and this is Cody. We're looking for some friends of ours. Pet. I didn't read the instructions because there was only 3 buttons at most. But guess the buttons didn't work because I never used my item. Oh. I see. Both those ones I know well. I help secure them passage across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful. Can you do the same for us? Yes, this would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Let's ask what the estimation is. I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tadaro will let us take whatever we need from the Sans coffers, right? Yes, but we're gonna have to fill out some forms, let Tadaro know about the full extent of our circumstances, and Tadaro already formed connections for this, didn't she? The handling was atrocious, and the announcer wouldn't shut the fuck up. Yep. The play-by-play on that game, oh my goodness. I've only seen brief. I've only seen like short footage of it, but I played as Yoshi, who seems like a cursed character. Oh gosh. The thing I find with Yoshi is that Yoshi's a CPU cheats a lot. Getting those good rolls, being the most annoying in minigames in Mario Party. We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under the cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on Katsugari Bridge. Don't forget your fare. Bring many gil, yes? Many gil? 100 gil is many gil. It's about time our luck changed. Alfred and the others will be thrilled. We don't even know the price yet, Lise. I agree with you. My sister and I played Mario Party DS on the way to the Philippines, and Yoshi won 3 to 5 stars. Oh, dumb luck. It was insufferable in that session. Yeah, Yoshi's very annoying. Nope. Somebody's doing a craft over here. So where are we going now? Way the heck over there, the Ruby Bazaar? Okay. Did we Ethernet? Over here. I actually played the same set of Mario Kart arcade cabinets as the same arcade 3 years earlier, and the Japanese dub at the time. Oh, it was Japanese dub at the time? And even though I still didn't use my item because buttons, I won that time though. An itemless victory. Hello, good sir. I don't know why I could be behind your counter, but, yes. So, Alf, my buddy, my pal, we got news. We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the Sylvan Piers. Several recognized Gotetsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Othar. Gosetsu. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yaguri. Lady Yaguri was camouflage in disguise, you see. I know it because I recorded it with one hand while playing with the other. Oh my goodness. Yes, it was the same story for us. And then you'll never believe what happened. So in Lisa's narrative, did she still call talking fish? So Kyoto claims to have aided both Gogetsu and Yaguri. How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphabet. Stupid is what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making even any attempt to haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part. But it is not what troubles me the most. Yodo and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained as scheming moneylenders. ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we've questioned stared at stated that Yosetsu was alone. Only Yodo claims to have met both him and Yuri. And I suppose it's just possible that Gogetsu made inquiries himself, and only called upon Yuri once he found a willing captain. But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you were being deceived. Do not forget that there are pirates present in Kugane with agendas which may contrary to your own. Your viceroy was once a spy himself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to the new master. And what better way to do so than delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him. But if Gyuyoto's working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yuguri and Gogetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are. And if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? If he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him until he tells us the truth. So if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. We shall prepare for the worst. Tadaru will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, I should caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs, even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you. Suki Yagumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons or cut you down. Munchies, welcome on in! Hope you're having a lovely time zone so far. That is the first time the sectoral captain tried to tushify, and there was only one word for the sectoral captain to work with, so it was just tush. Okay, sectoral captain. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? Yes. Yes, quite so, quite so. Alright. To review, Lise, Cody, and I will go with Gyuto as planned. Alphabet will keep watch from a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyuto attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whoever else. I wager on whomever else. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Sekisegumi, we will evade them with Alfred's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that meet with everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyuto does not play us for fools. But we shall see. To the bridge. I watch them as they fade into a different dimension. Watching after them and just thinking, that's normal. Hey, time zones minus the headaches. Wanted to get my Pantheons done today, but well, the ones I wanted to beat. Oh gosh, yeah, headaches are headaches are annoying, and they never appear at a convenient time. Well, they don't show up when you're not doing anything, but they sure as heck like to show up when you have plans. Oh, I gotta go up there. Okay. Woo. Yeah. Woohoo! Alright, nice. the stairs I go. I think it was too much Fanta Fruit Twist. One of my favorite drinks, but if I drink too many, I get migraines. Oh! It could very well be a hydration headache then. There's some water and such, or something that's like really good with hydration. Sugary drinks do the opposite. They'll dehydrate you. So water might be the answer to that. At the least, the odd time that I do get a headache, I usually drink water just to see if that's the thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But water doesn't hurt. Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Cody. Something smells fishy. Fish! Ah. There we go. Had to do that.
He's late.
Doesn't hurt. I have my electrolyte tablets too. Assume it's a citric nature though. No, it sounds good. And maybe you'll send the headache away.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours. Yes, yes. This way, quickly.
Oh
now.
God, Kyoto sounds like Mooey Mooey. Oh no, I don't trust you at all. Mooey Mooey. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Banna's associate. Next year you will we'll be playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Landfish? Yeah, pretty much.
Enough. Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me. These ones are for Doma.
Wow, we're not surprised.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
Oh, we'll make it personal, Kyoto. We'll make it personal.
And business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Ah!
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Trying to remember if this is the online Final Fantasy that I used to play. Final Fantasy XIV Online? There's two of them. There's Final Fantasy XI, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for allowing me to summon. I appreciate it. I was 11. Okay. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy XIV. There's two different ones. Alright, time to put our weapons away and just be like, alright. That's a bad sign. Now. As expected, the Sekisagumi have caught our scent. Since fighting them is out of the question, we'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. If they find you, use these smoke bombs to make your escape. Alright. Use the smoke bombs to evade the patrols. Be warned that attacking the Sagumi will result in failure. Do not attack him. We were never here. Now, if this is on my duty action bar, I will have to switch to bar 4. Bar 5? Which bar do I have this on? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's on bar 3. Oh, wait, I can just go Alt 6 then. Okay, okay. Hey, Leo, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Yeah, now I can use it. Is my summon gone again? Why did the game make my summon go away? It also maintained my summon in combo status. No need to pace so intensely. That one's turned around. I'm trying not to use the smoke balls at all, except for that time that it was mandatory. They really are everywhere. La-di-da-di-da. Well, I wanted to get past all of them, but there's a lot over there. I'm not wasting like a massive amount of time. Come with me, I will guide you to your friends. Yes, I would like to head over here, but I'd like to not be near these fellas. Thank you. Keep going. Ah, you're down over here, huh? Thank the 12 you made it. I feared our court might not find you in time. Everything is going to be alright. Trust me. We've encountered a fellow Kojin. There's my proper wave. There you go. Hi. Hi there. Oh my goodness.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
We shall.
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Korjin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the SLdr Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
Huh. Yeah, exactly. We're not letting that fellow get away.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
We are good for the time being.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my
Oh, my
heart,
VTuber's lagging a little again.
is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
Okay, business ties.
An opportunity.
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the
Internet
Red
acting
may
up. Nope,
serve
my
the
VTuber
Empire
just
as
likes in some
mercenaries,
cutscenes.
but Kojin
Final
of the
Fantasy
Blue
XIV's,
walk a different path.
Resource requirements went up last
Most
expansion.
here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the SLdr Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
and you mine.
Bit of a win-win there, I see. And now, see, it's like magic. My VTuber no longer lags. It's something with the cutscenes. The cutscenes, for some reason, cause the VTuber to lag more. Also, I could probably change my VTuber back to high-powered mode. Sort of. This room must not be the most optimized room. Internet acting up? Nope, my internet is very good. It's just resource allocation and all that stuff. Too many things trying to use my GPU. That's what happens when you run 4 monitors, 2 virtual machines, and the streaming software and Final Fantasy XIV. A lot of resources for one computer. If only it was realistic budget-wise to have a dual PC setup. Although even with that, where the heck would I place my second PC? Mind you, a dual PC setup wouldn't be as expensive as it would be for like most, because I already have the GPU for it. My old GPU. My old GPU is a 3060. Make use of it. I need the CPU. The case isn't that expensive, but case, the power supply. Power supply units are also not all that expensive. I guess I'd need a second mouse for it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a little switch that allows me to change which computer. I could just have remote access software connected to that through Ethernet too. Oh, wait a minute. I need a second capture card, wouldn't I? Technically, I have one, but it's a backup. Because the one that I currently have, sometimes the fan is noisy, and it's like, don't know how much more of a lifespan this one has left in it. Actually, oh my goodness, I am... You know, I complain about the place that I live in quite a lot, but there are some... The internet here is really good. It is rare that we run into internet issues, and usually if we're running into internet issues, there's a lot of people reporting issues. Oh, my bandwidth is well above what's required. Although OBS really likes to go over the 6,000 that I set for it often. It'll sometimes go up to like 6,500, 6,700. It's like, well, why? Well, it's probably sending the video, which is 6,000 kilobytes per second. And then the sound, which is another 600-ish. The microphone... the microphone and the gameplay, both of those sound layers are at a higher kilobit per second because I want them to sound nice. Like the microphone setup that I have right now, I'm pretty happy with it. It captures the depth of my voice, and that's what I want in a microphone. But this is an Australia microphone. I got this microphone in 2019 when I was in Australia. Okay, not feeling great, so I'll be lurking. Have a good stream. I appreciate the lurk very much, Hemlock. Welcome on in. Have a good lurk. I hope you get better soon. Got a few people going through some rough times with between illness and food poisoning, which may as well be illness because it creates nausea and and a lot of other unpleasant symptoms. So, yeah. I hope folks under the ailments get better soon. This colder weather shoving itself through the east really doesn't help either. Like, colder weather causes a rise in illnesses too. I'm still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Well, yeah, we were prepared for it at least, and honestly, not too surprised. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugani in the middle of the night with half the city's guards snapping at our heels. Making the catfish sing. Right then. Kyoto should be coming round soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Alright, Kyoto, you're gonna talk now. It's time for you to talk. Now you had a nice little nap on a rather comfy sofa, couch. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me. So stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride on my boot. No more boots. No, my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gugetsu. Every last detail. If I find out later you lied to me... No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship. So I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap? As you did us. Because you were an Imperial spy. No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugani these days. We have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any domins found at Kugani... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the second Tsugumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me the Ijin they arrested the other day was Gokatsu? Oh, had I known. If he is in the custody of the second Tsugumi, I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. As it is in Ulda, so it is in Kugane, but given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphanud. So they gotta do what they did best in Ulda as well. Alright, here we go. You are free to wait here while I speak with a relevant official. But if you would rather wait for Guatsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again. So it would be best if please Cody and I joined you. Yes. Oh my goodness, we got Udon coming in with a delayed jump scare. I saw it before it ran away from my screen. Here, let me move Firebot up here so I can actually see chat better. There we go. Welcome on in, Udon. Oh, folks, make sure you're following Udon too. Pretty fun streams on the Sundays there. And if you want to see the latest on nukes, you'll hear the updates from over there first. Because Udon is the individual who is making nukes. We do play some nukes from time to time over here. I'm trying to get another nuke stream placed in, but oh my goodness, there's a lot on the schedule. I might just share it with a outbreak on Saturday. Not this Saturday. I think this Saturday there's not even going to be outbreak. It's going to be Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders, but next week, maybe the Saturday after I'll be able to do that. I'll find somewhere to sneak some nukes in. Playing from time to time is quite a bit of fun. Alright, but what about Kyoto? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gogetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Thoroughban, mayhap it would be prudent if you prepare your ship for immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order. Then let us be off. The Sekizugumi barracks are to the north. Should have the update out by the end of the week. Just gotta get final tested and captures in. Oh, heck yes. Maybe we should try it next Saturday then. Do a bit of a split between Outbreak and nukes. I don't have any, I don't think I have any other slots I could sneak it into. Hold on. What's my stream calendar look like next week? Oh my goodness. Right. Next week, I only stream on 3 out of 4 days. Might have actually seen that gap on the schedule well ahead of time. Family stuff. Happens every year. Usually involves cake. Fun times. Party, 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 party. Alright. Our family's birthday events are actually pretty scattered, so they're not all concentrated. Actually, they're a little concentrated towards the end of the year, but otherwise pretty scattered. I think I could probably still sneak some nukes in on the February 7th, though. What? Jeez. That was the delayed jump scare. I thought the large bell was thrown at me, because that's the same sound when the large bell is thrown. Why do I have a ping from there? Am I down a regular stream today too? Dang. I'm sure it's another area that I frequent. Alright. Hey, it happens from time to time. You know what? I'm really glad that people are keeping an eye on their health and putting themselves first. That is a very important thing. Oh. Okay, so now I gotta go to the, Sekizugumi barracks. Don't worry, I'll pronounce it properly more consistently, after saying it a few times, I'm sure. But you can't go saying it a few times in a row and expect yourself to instantly remember. That's not how it works. Conveniently, there's a teleport area called Sekizugumi, barracks. And I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Objective. Wait. Waiting. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? Waited. He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Don't be so impatient, Lise. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here. Bribery being no exception. I say that we leave them to it, right, Cody? Yep, sounds about right. Sounds like our government, too. Why is everything getting thrown over there? Why is my... Hello, throwables? 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 Hello? The test isn't working. Is this Final Fantasy XIV screwing up my controls again? Yeah, see, now everything's being thrown at me. What the heck was going on earlier? I had to click into the throw-in software and then click out of it for the shortcuts to work again. It's Final Fantasy XIV. I swear, ever since they did that stupid browser extension garbage, that embed change, it has screwed around with with my controllers. It breaks when I click into Final Fantasy XIV, and it doesn't fix itself. Oh. Wait, now it's working while Final Fantasy XIV's active. Alright, thanks Final Fantasy XIV. Ever since they did that stupid embed change on their launcher, my shortcut keys have sometimes not worked properly on Final Fantasy XIV. You'd almost think they maybe installed kernel level anti-cheat, because that's what kernel level anti-cheat does. It screws around with your controls sometimes. But I don't think Final Fantasy XIV has any of that. There's plenty of feed-in bots underneath a lot of the worlds. Very interesting. Yeah, so we just continue to wait. Speak with Lise. Tell Lise to have patience and wait. Right. Everything's fine. Probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. It's a Segigumi, alright? Let's not be so paranoid around them. Wow, we waited so long that the guards gave up. They're not there anymore.
How about you? Ah!
Was that? That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble.
What a
Lise,
great
wait.
time for ads.
I suppose we should follow her then.
Yeah, but let's politely inquire with them, alright? Let's not go, like, running in, like, dinguses with our weapons drawn and stuff.
Victory to the samurai!
Oh! Well, you look at that.
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Oh, he was having fun.
Gazetsu!
Oh!
surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
Oh, hey, I'm only lagging slightly in this cutscene. Just my VTuber trying to grab resources while Final Fantasy XIV's grabbing resources.
In summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one.
Huh.
And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Hold on. I'm halting the advancement of the text because we have obnoxious ads coming on in. So bear with these annoying ads. Those of you who are immune, we're going to do a quick little weather check. I'm going to see if we got anything interesting going on. Unfortunately, the chances do seem limited, but let's see. All right. Has anything shifted around? The answer is no. Has anything changed? No. No skull warnings are still in the same place. Has this spread? Okay, has this actually spread? Hold on. Of course, I don't have the other window open, so I can't do a refresh and compare. Alright, well, let's check here. I think it spread one region. It has spread, but it's spread one region. And then you've got your cold advisory. And you're also a cold advisory. Oh, I'm zoomed in a lot. That's why it looks like it grew a lot. Yep, still all looks pretty much the same. So, perhaps, while the ads are still harassing everybody, we can briefly talk about, I don't know, like a Firebot function? Oh, you know what? Oh my goodness. So, the timer system. So, this is the newest feature in Firebot, this overlay widgets thing. They're all disabled now. This one disables when it hits 0 after a delay of 5 seconds. And it controls the timer. So if I enable it, there's the timer. Now, usually when this is enabled, I have the background enabled as well. They enable at the same time. I need to configure the background, honestly, to be more... Well, here's the problem. I want to get rid of the hours thing because I'm never going to use that. Or put it under a conditional that requires the time remaining to be over an hour. Anyway, let's just disable that. Don't need that. Whenever I trigger a timer, it causes these to run, so... If I go timer set 20, which is 20 seconds, it'll treat it as 20 seconds. Okay, now what if I go timer set 30? I have another 30-second timer. There's your second timer running. It's showing the incorrect time. Lovely. That is something that I'm really annoyed with. When the timers expire, they don't properly set. I think this is timer 1 now. Timer sub 17-0. Oh, whoops. 1-17-0. Do I have to go subtract? Timer subtract. Timer 1. 1630. We'll take 1630 off of it. Timer subtract 2. Oh yeah, it is still timer 2, isn't it? Timer subtract 2. 1630. Okay. You know, if the timers would terminate properly, that would help them line up properly. Then after 5 seconds, it goes away. Okay, now that they're all at 0, like they're supposed to be... Wait, what happens if I just go timer 30? Eh, it doesn't like that. Timer set 30. Timer set 45. Why is it not reformatted anymore? It used to. I think it's timer. I don't think this is the right one. Oh, that's not the right one either. Oh, timer management, for Pete's sakes. Wait. I'm considering getting rid of it. I'm just going to put this one on the bottom. Don't use this one anymore anyways. Okay, time management. Yeah, there you go. Switch statement. That's where it's all at. Set. Number validation. Valid value. Switch statement. So we got a logical problem. So if timer 1, if we already have a timer 1, so this checks to see if timer 1 active is 0. Okay. And if I open up the variable inspector, time to do some troubleshooting in the middle of a cutscene. Timer set. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay, so T1 active is at 1. Excellent. Oh, this is too long. You can't even see all of them. It's on there. It's set to 1 right now. Now, this should all be under set. Yep, set. So if I go set again, it goes through number validation. Okay, it tests to see if amount is correct. Awesome. Switch statement. Timer number. What is going on with this logic? I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this very much. Oh, there, timer just run out. It's about to run out. There we go. Add a minute to it. Timer 1 active. Okay. And timer 1, or T1 active, is not equals to 0, so it's not going to go past that and do nothing. No, that's not right either. So then the problem could be within commands then. It's under handy. It's under timer. I don't use timer 1, 2, and 3 anymore. And we don't use this anymore. Conditional effects. Unlabeled conditional effects. Lovely. We're just going to let the timer expire. I'm trying to figure this out. Unknown timer. I don't have this timer anymore. All these are old effects. That's how it used to run. Okay, our argument 2, argument 3 is greater than 0. Blah, 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 blah. Less than 60. That's the seconds. No. In this case, this is minutes. This is seconds. Then we go to timer check. We go to timer free. We check for T1 active. And we tell timer management to set timer 1 to this. This is configured for minutes and seconds. Okay, neat. If timer 1 is not free, though, it should be going here. And it should be checking T2 active. Yeah. So why is it doing this? Timer 2. Set mathematical formula. Yes. So why are we having so much trouble setting 2 different timers? Well, now we need to jump back over to the preset, to time management, because now we know the command is saying set timer 2. I mean, we should know that. I had to specify a timer 2 and change the time at a point there. Okay, cool. So when it goes through set, it runs through number validation regardless of whatever. Make sure it's a valid number. It's not going to go through this. Timer number is passed through here. So timer should be 2. It's targeting 2. Okay, cool. So it's going to enable timer 2 in the background. Alright, neat. It's going to see if the timer's active, which honestly, I don't really need this check. It's a little redundant. It's not going to be active if it's going here because the command can't trigger this specific set of arguments if timer 2 is, or if timer 1 is available. So this is always going to pass. If it doesn't, nothing happens. Okay, so then we go timers. Oh, you know what could have happened? The Firebot update that fixed the bugged out movable boxes might have reset the values. Hold on. So do all 3 fail to move? Hold on. Timer set 130. And then we go timer set 10. And then we go timer. Yep. I think I know what happened here. Timer set 30. It was a Firebot update. All of these used to work correctly. So I'm pretty sure what happened is they forgot their positions. That bug that was present in Firebot there, I think the corrective actions they applied may have caused the commands that I told that say, hey, move this over here, may have caused them to not work correctly. Ah, here we go. So the move function. So what I have to do here is I have to go back to the switch statement. I have to go back to the move function, the switch statement here. This checks for how many timers are active. If there's only one timer active, they all get reset to their default position. That's fine. I don't plan on changing that. If there's only one timer active, there's only one timer active. If a second timer is active, here we go. Now we got our check for timer 1. And they all got unchecked. That's pretty cool. So, hold on. In order to properly test this, I'm going to cancel out of this. I need to have all the timers enabled while I test this. Overlay widgets. Okay, so we're just going to enable all the timers. Well, the timers themselves are not going anywhere, but I want to be able to see them. So we're going to have all these present at the same time. I'm going to go back into the time management preset list. Like I said earlier, I make Firebot way more complicated than it needs to be. You do not need to complicate Firebot this much. We're going to go back to the switch statement. We're going to the move section, another switch statement, and right over here. So this I'm going to leave because it just resets all the timers to their default positions. And I don't need to worry about where they are if there's only one active. They can all just sit in the same spot. 2 checks for if timer 1 is active. If timer 1 is active, then we need to shove the other 2 timers down. We don't want them in the way. Okay, so we update timer 2, edit position. Because this isn't bugged out anymore, we can actually go test. Okay, that's a little too far down. We're gonna move it here a little. Nope. Down a pixel or 2. Here. I think that's a good spot. Okay, timer 2 background. Oh my goodness, this part's gonna be annoying. X position. I want the X position to stay the same. Oh, too far down. Here? No, a little further up. A little further. Yes, right about there. Now, I'm just going to check the Y position. 94. Okay. We don't need to change the height, so... Oops, that's not it. Eh? What? I swear if this is another, if this is yet another bug that they left unchecked in the same area. Okay, so if I execute this... Why is it off by 1 pixel? Why did this one save its position and the other one didn't? 8. Hey, there we go. Wait, why is this one 8 and this one 0? We have some sizing problems? Do we have mismatched sizes? Is that what's going on here? Timer 2. 094, 239.98. Timer 3. Oh, yeah. The height is also incorrect. Hold on. And what was height? It was 98. Okay. No, no, no. No, no. Why is this one off by a bit? Why is this such a task? Why is it such a task to get this one to work? Timer 2. 239. Oh my goodness. Okay. 239. Why is such an unusual number? And Y position is 94. There we go. Now they're set to the same spot. Okay. Little bit of behind the scenes here. If this takes long enough, I'll be sure to separate it on the YouTube section so that if you guys want to skip that, you can feel free to click on the next timestamp. But I'm learning stuff, and I think others who use Firebot may be learning stuff too. About how complicated Firebot can get. Oh, by the way, 1 or 2. The state of 1 is the timer is active and running. And the state of 2 is it's active, but the timer is paused. I test for either of those states. If the timer exists, if it's on the screen, paused or running is what it's testing for. If it's 0, it's inactive. This is why I'm glad I'm not using a Boolean for this kind of stuff, because certain things, a pause state, I like to use a value of 2 for pause. Okay, so that's what I want for this. Awesome. So that fixes the 2 timers as active thing. How about when there are 3 active at the same time? Alright, so timer 1 and 2 active. Well, what the heck happens if timer 1 and 2 are active? I think timer 2 was already correctly configured. 0, 94, 235, 103. Is that correct? That is not correct. That is inconsistent. And inconsistency is unacceptable. Something's still off. Something went wrong. Please try again later. And I didn't even bother with the background, did I? Because it's really difficult to notice. Nothing like some troubleshooting on Final Fantasy XIV. We're like actively trying to fix this. Hey, there's a red button, which is running from here. Oh. I guess the red button feels lazy now. It may be bright last time, and now it is...
It didn't seem to do...
Wow! Okay, never mind. It was a Krista jump scare. Every time with that one. Every time. Outcome number 10, Krista jump scare. The Krista jump scare is always the, it's always the highest value one. I place it at the bottom. because it allows me to exclude that range if Krista is active. You can't jump scare Krista with Krista. Doesn't make any sense. Welcome on in, SLdr. That's one of the best red button outcomes. Because the way I designed it was it follows exactly what the nothing happened is until that point where it gets interrupted. Okay, so we got these close enough. Now, timer 3. Where are you going? Oh, timer 3 almost knows where it's going. Except it's sort of a little crooked. Hold on. Hmm. 234? It looks like this one was was set correctly. Oh, actually, hold on. The text value is actually a little too high. Let me, we're gonna adjust that a little. 194? How's 194 look? Too low. 190. I don't know. That's it. It seems like there's a couple of pixels. Hold on. Let's go 188. Okay, that looks good. There you go. We got 3 timers. Now, what happens if either or are active? Timer 1 or 2 active. Well then, timer 3 gets sent over here. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna make it easier on myself. Okay. Paste this here. Get rid of this one. There we go. Okay. And for timer 3 background, we're also going to go back over here. I'm just gonna grab the timer 3 background. We're just gonna give that a copy. We're gonna bring it over here. Not the label. Paste it here. Remove that. Cool. Very cool. I think there is a 1 pixel difference or something like that, but I'm gonna hope that isn't noticeable. I hope you're all having a lovely time zone while I go through and restore the functionality of a lot of this. Firebot update actually broke this. Well, actually, it was already broken, but when they went to fix it, it caused some of those effects to forget their settings. So now it is my hope that me going through and fixing this stuff has fixed up everything. Time zone is good. Eating some dinner? That does sound like a good time zone. Alright, so now I don't need the timers to hover here endlessly, so I'm going to go back to overlay widgets, and we're going to disable all these. Awesome. Alright. So now. Timer set 30. Timer set. 35. Great. Okay, cool. The move function is still not doing its job. Okay, timer management. Move function is doing a crappy job as always, it seems. But still timer 2 because I still saw timer 2. Yes, why are you not doing anything? Why does this effect not do anything? Can I disable all? No, I cannot. Yeah, normally, when the move command is run, it's supposed to fix things. Right now, it is not. I'm going to do a variable check. I'm looking for the variable that tracks how many timers are active. Timer 30. Timer set 30. Timer set 30. Okay, cool. T1 active, yes, but where is my timers variable? Oh, why does it say 6? Why are they not being subtracted properly? Oh. Oh, also, apparently, when I go timer 1 remove, it does not set the timer to 0. Let me just... So it doesn't set it properly as a result. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Oh my goodness. Hello, Lucci. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Checking in for 38 sessions. There we go. Building that number. We are fixing variables. The timer system... I'm gonna delete the timers variable because it should actually be at 0 right now. And we're gonna see if we can get this to work properly now. Timer set 30. Tush set 30 doesn't work. Okay, timers now says 1. Awesome. That sounds pretty cool to me. Timer set. Okay, we're gonna set another timer for 30. Hey, it was a problem with the variable. Oh, you look at that. Talk about an explosive entrance. Indeed. Indeed. Oh my goodness. Alright, so apparently the variable was out of whack? I don't know why I was at that value, though. Hold on. Are the timers not subtracted properly? Oh, hold on. I'm going to check this here. Timer, remove 1. Oh, sorry, that's timer 2, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to set 2 timers again, and I'm going to remove a timer. Timer set 30. That's why I guess the timer variable isn't resetting. It's supposed to subtract by 1 when a timer is expired. Timer set 30. Okay, and then I go timer remove timer 2. No, that subtracts it. What's causing it to not subtract? Interesting. Okay, well... I've got a variable inspector. Unfortunately, it's too long for everybody to see the bottom of it. But it did, timers says 0 right now, which is correct. There are 0 timers active. And when I removed the a timer, it was set correctly. So, timer set 30. Okay. Now, this next one will probably be buggy and not listen to me. Timer set 45. Yeah, it added 45 to the time that was left. So, we're going to fix that too. I'm going to get the timer to set to 0 when we remove a timer. So under time management, this one should be fairly easy to fix because I know what's going on here. Okay, we go remove 1. We check to see if the timer's on. And before it disables, I want to set them to 0. Update dynamic countdown. This is for timer 1. Oh, hold on. I think I have to do it under conditional. One or 2, set it to disabled. Track timers by 1. And also... update countdown. Timer 1. Set time 0. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to copy this effect so I don't have to select all the options over and over. And we're going to go over to second timer here. And I'm just going to add this over here. We're going to move it to the correct spot. We're going to, before we change everything, and we're going to have this target timer 2 instead, because this is for timer 2. Okay, cool. And then for timer 3, in the check for timer 3 being on, there's no move timer function in this one, but that makes sense because timer 3 is the bottom most. So once it's disabled, who cares where it is? No one can see it. However, we still want to set timer 3 to 0 so that the timer gets set correctly. We want it to be at 0 when we're setting it. We don't want it to have a number when it's disabled. Okay, awesome. Timer set 30. Timer set 40. Okay, now we don't want timer 2. So timer remove timer 2. We don't want timer 2. Get out of here, timer 2. Gone. And the number of timers is still correct, right? Where is it? It's at 0 now? It's at -1 now? Okay. Why is it doubling up now? Timer set 30. Timer set 40. -1, yeah. Lovely. Okay. Timer remove 2. The timer expiry is running when, okay, lovely, neat. So, We got 2 events that result in subtracting 1 from timer happening, I see. Alright, cool. That is a possible side effect that was definitely possible. I was sort of hoping it wouldn't happen, but great. So I guess now when I do this, there was no point. There's no point in doing the -1 from here because apparently it happens through the expiry. This is still in the remove branch, right? Okay, good. I only want this happening in the remove branch. So, the timer subtraction, we're not doing that anymore. Because apparently it's being taken care of through the timer expiry when it gets set to 0. Oh, we're just gonna do that. Good thing I don't have any sound attached to these timers, otherwise they also make sound when I remove them. Because they get set to 0 and then the on 0 would go off. All right. So one more time, I gotta delete timers. I worked as a Q&A tester for front-end developments for a few years, so I've had my fair share of trying dumb things to see what breaks. I know my random wasn't fully configured, so I definitely want to give that a try. Oh, hey, let's try timer remove 1 when there is no timer. It shouldn't do anything. Actually, it will do something, but only I can see it. Timer 1 is already inactive, exactly. And that's just a message that I can see. Awesome. Okay, timer set 30. Timer set 40. Timer remove 2. Okay, timer still says 2. And timer's is now down to 1. That does create a 5-second delay, though, because when the timer expires, it gets deactivated 5 seconds after, so you can still see it there at 0 for about 5 seconds before it goes away. Like, right there. Right? There's our example. And then it goes away. Exactly. Okay. So it is working. I just got to keep in mind that I can bug this out. If I quickly remove a timer and add another timer, the timer value is going to be off by 1 for that short period of time before it gets subtracted again, which might cause some positional bugs. I could probably demonstrate that actually. Timer 30. Timer 40. So, timer set 30. Timer set 40. Timer remove 2. Timer set 45. I was expecting that to break. Because the timer's value... Or did the timer's value change? Did I not type fast enough? Is that the problem there? Did I not type fast enough? Timer set 30. Timer remove 1. Timer set 40. Oh, right. I did design it to be a little smart because it's that second check kicking in. Now I know why that second check is there. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Let's leave it at that, and let's get back to Final Fantasy XIV. We were in the middle of a cutscene, and now we've only got 15 minutes till ads again. This is the kind of testing stuff that I go through with Firebot when testing functions. The timer one is just, it's a peculiar one. Alright, this is a voiced cutscene, so I'm going to be quiet during it.
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Nope. Ah ha 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 ha. His laugh was silent. Even though the camera was clearly close enough for us to hear it. There was no laugh. Nope, we don't want to we don't want the voice actor to laugh into the microphone again. That cost us too much. Oh boy, time to get the Grizzly voice back out. I must apologize. But you endured such trials and tribulations in search of meat. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you all about it back in the company offices. Alfred and Tataru are waiting for us there. Back we go! Alright, to the offices. Time to paperwork. Actually, wait, we don't have to paperwork, right? Gogetsu, thank the 12 you were unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphanud, I'm the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster. How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly I will return to you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where's Lady Yuri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye, but we parted ways some time ago. The better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hain. Lord Hain? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hain is the heir to Doma's throne, and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only to have your hopes to be dashed when Xenos cheated. It led his army into your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. That's because Xenos is a cheater. And I will stand by that throughout all of Stormblood. I will continuously call him a cheat. Once Lord Hain understood this, he bade Yaguri to take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried our doomed war. And then, one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what came of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach. And to find him, I would need Yuguri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day for the new Viceroy. Yotsuyu is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. It was not she would do to further her pursuit of Lord Hein. Thank you. And I believe that makes matters a good deal clear. It should please you to learn that we have come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming our efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. And allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Ophir. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yatsia, where we shall all be united with Yuguri. Mayhap not all. Alphanid's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Tadaro and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them. As you all people should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we must all serve in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. What, Alpha? Do you not want to hang out with Tadaru? It's like, Tadaru's fun. You never know what she's thinking. Unpredictable. Soberon is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. You look into Tadaru's eyes and you see an incredible flare of uncertainty. In yourself, not in Tadaru. No, that uncertainty, that is the uncertainty forming in you. What is she plotting? What will she do next? Limsa? I don't want to go to Limsa. Why would I want to go to Limsa? Hey, look, a ferry skipper. Well, where will this take us? Ah, okay. Residence. Residence. Yes, I see. I've been waiting for you, my friend. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shell friend, if you insist. With me, everyone. Ruby Sea awaits. Welcome to the Ruby Sea, featuring water. That's right, lots of water. If any of you are heavily interested in the deep dungeons, like if you enjoyed Palace of the Dead, the Ruby Sea is where you find Heaven on High, which is the next deep dungeon. Oh, if you're daring enough, you can solo a deep dungeon.
The water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Water? My tabs, they have done the thing known as merge.
Stretching from horizon
Rubies?
to horizon. You could almost believe it when
Here, let me click in because the FPS sort of dips a little when I click out.
But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
That endless tower there? That's heaven on high. That's the deep dungeon. It goes pretty high up, as you can see. How wide and beautiful she is. The Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventures and treasures. Ah, yes, RNG Meteor. Many wonderful treasures. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. Set forth without making necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Kid, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. Cody, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I'll use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the Isle. To the Isle to pay the toll, right? Alright. Let's keep them happy, alright? Stay on the Confederacy's good side. I mean, you could water, yes. Keep in mind, you can't fly here. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. I mean, you just faded and disappeared, so yeah, you're probably gonna beat me there. 20 Gil, that's not much. Oh wait. Yeah, see? Teleported here. A swim with Lise, dang. That's how you increase friendship, right? Friendship up. Sang Loon, welcome on in. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. That bombfish just chilling there in the background. Now, because we spent a good 30 minutes troubleshooting and stuff, we've already got ads approaching us. I'm not going to start this cutscene until we have taken care of these ads. I think we'll still go on for a little bit. So I'm gonna give a target time of 9:30, and then that'll be where I send you guys off. Oh, right. Merge tabs, right? I was supposed to merge them tabs. There we go. Tabs merged. Okay. Not bad. I would like to speak to you, but ads start in about 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Ads starting soon. Soon trademark. Okay. So, what sort of chaos are we going to expect this week? Well, I mean, I can't guarantee chaos, but we got our Fantasy XIV stream today. Tomorrow, by the way, those of you subject to ads, you're going to be getting interrupted pretty soon here. As soon as you see the weather report. I hope everybody is having a fun time so far. Nice chill time. I'm always having a good time playing Final Fantasy XIV. A lot of fun. It is the free trial does cover through Stormblood, so yeah, you can get all the way through this story without having to pay anything. Pretty nice. Good chunk of the game. But yeah. So, what to look forward to going forward? There's our ad. It's overcast at the SES main base. Alrighty. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing more Hightail at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I think the whole stream is just Hightail, so yeah. Look forward to that. On Friday, we're going to be continuing The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. Complete with the capture card that slowly gets delayed for some reason. I think it's just something to do with the Wii U gamepad and the connection to the Wii U. Because it doesn't do that when my capture card is connected to the Switch. System-specific weird thing. That I didn't encounter last time I streamed off of the Wii U, but yeah. On Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, look forward to... We're going to be doing some Mario Kart World, and we're going to be doing some Kirby Air Riders. Yeah. So yeah, look forward to all of that. And look forward to the ads ending in 1 minute and 40 seconds. We're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna wait for that to end. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, let me make sure that my the tab that's looks like the tab rated over. Let me click onto that briefly so that it it actually loads the video player, because I think this is a browser problem. The browser really likes to not load things. Oh, push attack, huh? Oh, the red button activated random explosions. I think that lasts about 1 minute. Random explosions could play. 1 minute of silence with random explosions. Guys, try to attack with a tush. It's Omega with the wind of their attack, but not the actual attack. All right. The occasional tush attack. And it all ends in hugs. There we go. All the hugs. 67 hugs. We're 2 numbers away from pretty fun number. What was that? Was that an explosive? I think that was an explosive. Thanks for the snowstorm, Aqua. BRB gonna make taco meat? Sounds pretty darn good. We had tacos yesterday, actually. Soft-shell tacos. Pretty good. All the hugs. And the hugs do show up on the leaderboard. Like, they are leaderboarded. Leaderboarded, yes. Thank you for the hugs, everybody. Oh, Aqua's summoning a thunderstorm. That is 1 hour of silence with occasional thunder. All the thunder from it is thunder that I recorded. Sometimes the birds have their input. There's 2 thunder clips that could play that also have a bird in them. One of them you could probably guess pretty easily. One of them's a house sparrow. And the other one is sort of region-specific. Magpie, the American magpie, to be more specific. I like how the Australian magpie sounds. Our magpies sound a lot more nasally and, like, unpleasant. Although, like Australian magpies, they make all sorts of funky noises sometimes. Hey, the ads are over! All the hugs. Exactly. Krista loves the heck out of hugs. That is like her favorite thing. My magpies are as loud as hell. Yeah, they really are. Magpies are tush as hell. I don't know what kind of magpies you're looking at, Sectoral Captain. Oh my goodness. I need to pick up some tortillas tomorrow or the next day if I can. Roads are bad and car is currently snow iced. Oh gosh, yeah. Might be a bit of a task getting out of that. I think Krista is Cutie Krista. That would be her username. I actually can't get Hug to work on non-existent targets because then it gets written to the database and then I have to go into the database and purge it. And fix the variables because I had to purge something. Where is user variables? Ah, yes, right there. A data thing from Mom last night? Right on. Beauty Crystal. Oh, does it? What? Oh, you said cute, Krista. You forgot an I. That would be why. One letter is all it takes. Beauty Krista, exactly. Beauty Krista. The user has to be in the Firebot database, apparently. I thought I got it. I thought I configured something in Firebot so that it searches the Twitch database. Hey, there we go. I'm sure Krista appreciates the hug very much. She loves the heck out of them. She needed thorium, so I went mining and came back with 11 full stacks of ore. Oh my goodness! Where did you go to find 11 full stacks of thorium? That's the bit that I found was way the heck in the desert. I don't like the desert. It took me 2 hours. Oh my goodness. It took me tush hours. Okay, Sectoral Captain. Alright, alright. You're gonna have to ask Dimenda about tush hours. My goodness, that is a lot of thorium. I'll have to find more of that at some point too. I finally got the shadow cloth scrap or whatever. I actually almost wiped out that entire base. Except for the inside, because there seems to be... whenever you get the enemies down to 1 in there, more appear out of nowhere, so it's like, they seem to like spawning frequently in there. And I wanted to rely on arrows, and their slow line of sight. You can actually shoot at them, hide behind the wall, and they won't come after you. They won't know where you are. So I like to do that. Think I'll be the server's miner. I have been mining a lot of cobalt. Oh, and this was closer to my main house, but I found a I'm not sure if I want to call it a goblin lair because there was only one elite unit there. That was it. It didn't have any buddies. And the elite unit decided to get itself stuck, fell off a platform, got itself stuck underwater, and drowned itself. So I didn't get anything from that. Except I got a whole bunch of gold treasure decor. And a free goblin throne. And there were 3 treasure chests behind there, too. So, yeah, the whole lot. It was close, too. I just accidentally stumbled upon it. I was like, where does this cave go? Oh! I didn't even have to go that far into the cave. There is a lot of caves over there, though, so... It's not the easiest to find, but... Yeah. I have a whole bunch of decor now with me. And I got a little bit of gold ore, silver ore, iron ore, and copper ore from all that too. That was all the things that they had there. Found tombstones today? Oh, heck yes. Yeah, I had my fair share of inspecting things. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansy. Tansui. Tansui. It's not S-O-I, is it? Yeah. Yes, I'm talking about the Windows 2000 Microsoft Sam. The one that where if you type in S-O-I, the voice gets corrupted and makes a weird noise. That's an old reference right there. Oh, Windows 2000. The odd, awkward transition between... well, there was also Windows ME, but no one talks about Windows ME. Greetings, my Confederate friend. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Cody sectoral. I am Fancy, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Indeed, my friend, we got across the sea. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, then? Or tithe, yes? With your skill, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Oakford. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. But do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you come from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and wholeheartedly sharpen the knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you gotta come quickly. The masters are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before a Coben, so I shall consider their paid, not for what they have done, but what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter is now settled. For now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look. What could this be? Again, normally you can't fly here, but I can, so I'm flying. Hell's Lid. Rar. Okay. Yes. Yes. This is indeed a flying shark. It's even named that. And this is a rank B. This is a rank B elite mark. Only go after them if you have a bill for them, otherwise you don't get anything from them. Okay, we need to search for Tansy. And so... Wait. It's Tansoi.
Gentlemen, I'm told you are most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
Can we fire upon the Imperial
We're all
vessel?
the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
We have to,
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides,
that sounds like a good
what
band
ties a
name.
man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
Please stop trying to punch
Be
everything.
that
Come
as
on.
it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Ah, shared queries. Well, will you look at that? So, shared quarries. Yeah. What are we waiting for? Come, come! Soroban cannot have gone far. Oh, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he wished not to be seen by his cogent brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nonetheless, it may be more prudent to return to his ship, or at the least, at the Confederate encampment. Okay, I'm gonna stop raid for an hour here because we are going to, well, we got about 14 minutes before we take off here. I mean, if he didn't want to be seen by his brethren, what about this dude? This dude was like right here. All right, into the crater. It's not that simple. Yes, I know. We can't go into the crater that easily now, can we? Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. Oh, you worry, Soroban. Us species definitely have our problematic sorts for every species. And my goodness, do we ever notice that with our fellow humans? We've got our amazing folks, which I am very glad I am part of the community of the more kind side of humanity. And then we got our the not so friendly ones, which we don't want anything to do with. Unfortunately, a lot of those being in leadership positions. You understand. Let me be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge all cogent for the deeds of one. And can I go try and head to bed earlier tonight? Gonna lurk while I get ready? Campus is shut down for the rest of the week. Oh, yeah, the weather's definitely causing quite a bit of changes to lifestyle and all that. All right, Aqua, no worries there. Thank you very much for the lurk. I appreciate it. I hope you have a excellent rest. I hope it's high quality, and I hope it goes uninterrupted. Hey, I remembered the 3 points this time. That's what I try to say every time I wish somebody a good rest. Doesn't always come out that way because words are difficult. All right. I am much better at English than I am at English. There's that second English tag that keeps appearing again. I'm beginning to wonder if... Oh, like, Firebot, please fix. English is hard. It really is. Right then. Now that our business with... and sorry, is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. high spirits and ready to bend with the wind. Shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. That reminds me, Cody. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to mistake for another vessel by their comrades. Sounds like a plan. Hey, look, stairs. Who needs stairs? Stairs are overrated. Oh, you are one of the agent from the beach, leaving us already. No need to pay the thief. Like Tensoi said. On the other hand, if you were to produce our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Okay. That's not really us telling folks of our movement. Rawr. Nice try, Thunder. Can't jump scare me. Other things will get me. You've spoken with the Confederates up above, then. Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Izari. Wait. Tensoi said the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Izari chance to be the village in question, we should instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. We'll get that Viceroy one day. She's going to be answered for her deeds. One day. Will she try to cheat? Probably. All significant obstructions to objectives try to cheat at some point. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I've fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a cleverest and industrious merchant. Oh, you were much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. Off it goes. So, we finally arrived in Nothard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes. That. Look, daunting though as it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Dominion Liberation Front to, well, even up the odds a bit. But before all of that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Hansover was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze. Figures.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such things have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Ah.
Who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yep. We recognize that coward.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
Yuzetsu, can you speak louder into the microphone? I can't hear you.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that someone is intruder. Have you anything to say?
That's a lot of thunder.
Bit slow this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire. Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
They're my parents. You can't expect me to.
No. We actually cannot act now. It would be unwise. It would be very unwise right now. See how many,
They would simply take the villagers hostage.
That too.
We must consider the wider picture.
But also we got a couple of elites there.
The Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
If the sectoral leader had his full power in this realm, though,
Open your eyes,
every
girl.
single one of those
They're already
Garleans
suffering.
would be gone.
An end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Cody. My fate is in their hands and no risk. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, please. Or the War. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it would come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth.
Oh, hold on. I'm lagging. Lag switch off.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Remember, smoke, it's bad for you. Figured I'd insert that. I'd insert. Can I stand on this? No, I can't. Dang it. Alright, Alice. Alright. I'm gonna do a magic trick. Alice, I'm gonna do a magic trick. Alice. Too much in thought right now. Hold on, I'm looking like way too far down. Alice, hey, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a magic trick. All right, right. I'm going to. Okay. Wait, can I do this? Crap, this isn't the safe area. I'm gonna go up to the settlement here, because it says it's a settlement. Uh-huh. Anyway, yeah, the Guardian soldiers do not care right now. They're just like, I'm not paid enough for this. How did I not get this site? Sorry. There we go. You. I think I recognize you, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Wait, this isn't a sanctuary, is it? Oh. Alright, let's depart to a sanctuary. No, I'm too tempted. I'm too tempted. I'm gonna log out right beside him. Alright, hello. Goodbye. Alright, anyway. Oh, there's my shortcut keys not working. Oh, I loved it. I freaking love it. I love Final Fantasy XIV completely screwing out my ability to use shortcut keys. It's so cool. Well, so let me do that so that the screen doesn't resize itself. I need to provide feedback with Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I need to tell them, ever since you guys did that little update to the launcher and the browser stuff, my hotkeys haven't been working properly. Seriously, you guys are messing around with my hotkeys. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to take a look at who I could send you off to. We got a few options. But where to send you? Hold on, I gotta refresh Twitch. Twitch is being dumb. Oh! Nope, never mind. Crash. Alert tab that I had active crashed. Alright. Not on my end. Alright, so we're going to do this the same way that I usually do this. I'm going to filter mod actions, raids, and I'm going to take a look at who I've raided you into recently. I'm going to tell you whether I can send you off to that person or not. I like to be varied with my raids. Hey, Gothic, welcome on in. Thank you for checking in for the 11th time. Okay, I was just wondering about that. Okay. Ooh, how long has it been since I sent you over here? No, really, how long has it been? I know I've sent you over here before. I missed so many streams today because I got lazy today. Oh my goodness. Time slipping away. Time playing tricks on people. That's what it is. Time's always pranking us. How long has it been since I sent you over here? Hold on. Control F, and then I type in the name. Two months ago? It automatically scrolled me down. Oh my goodness, the search feature is more useful than I thought on this page. 2 months ago? What the heck? That's been way too long. I think it's about time I send you over there then. I always fix my filters so I don't wonder where the heck did all my mod actions go? Because I've done that to myself before. I'm gonna send you guys over to Jillybean, who is playing. Hold on. Who is playing Clear Obscure Expedition 33, which honestly that game's had a pretty interesting battle system. I haven't had enough time to invest into new games and all that, and also I've got to catch the game when it's on sale because its full price is a bit steep for my budget. But yeah, let's send you on over there. Oh my goodness, that game is like, if you know how to super guard in the 1,000-Year Door, then you might be pretty good. You might get pretty good at this game. Super guard is a 3-frame window, by the way. Expedition 33 is a lot of fun. Highly recommend it if you like those kinds of games. Super guard, super guard, super guard. All right, here we go. I'm gonna send you guys off, and congrats on the top 3. The passive race, you get bonus gold pieces to use in future sound commands. I'd like to thank you for joining, whether you're here in full in part, whether you're active, whether you're a lurker, somewhere between. It's all greatly appreciated. The first raid message is for subs. However, if you don't have a sub, we got a message just underneath. Anybody can use that message. Next stream is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look forward to some Hightail. Yep, we're going to be playing more Hightail. We're going to be doing more creative mode. I just finished creating an underwater tunnel across the water to the next landmass. Also, there's a lot of other really fun things you can play around with in creative mode. And a few things that you don't have permission to access, like spawning entities. I don't know why you can't do that, but yeah, we'll figure it all out. On Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, FaceTuber Friday, we're going to be playing The Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker HD. We're going to be continuing that. I don't remember where the heck we were in that. Oh yeah, that's right. That dungeon. Was trying to make a house because I had ideas, but they didn't work as well as I hoped. Yeah, gotta work with what resources you have. Saturday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We're going to be playing some Mario Kart World and some Kirby Air Riders. So look forward to both of those as we finish off the month. All right, everybody, take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Till next time, we will see you later. Bye-bye. Still a nice house? Heck yes. I like it when things turn out well.